The following is intended only for mature audience.
What's going on? It's Mike of Unscripted Radio for Monday, August 6th. It's 9 p.m. here on the East Coast, 6 for you guys on the West Coast. But we got a special treat for you guys tonight because we're joined by the always charming and intelligent Michael Fishman is here in the house with us tonight. Absolutely. Hanging out with us. We're going to do a little bit of chatting, but I don't want to leave anyone in the dust because Miss Karen is here as well. She's ready to go. Jeffrey is hiding around there. Mama's down in the rum and coke, so we'll see how Mama's doing in about 10 minutes or so. Mama, you there? Mama?
I'm right here.
Okay.
I'm right here. I'm so excited. Michael Fishman's joining us again. What a treat. It's been too long.
Absolutely. And maybe Miss Katie will stroll in at some point. You never quite know. But we'll leave it up to fate. How's everybody's weekend?
It's been wonderful. It's been nothing but unscripted reality in my world. I don't know about you guys, but I'm up to my ears in pre-production. We're 9 days away from shooting our reality show that is obviously a spinoff of the radio show. And so everything's coming together. Some things are more exciting than others, but it's been quite the journey. And if you want to be a part of our show, you can still donate to our Indiegogo campaign. It's at www.indiegogo.com/unscripted reality. We're obviously going to need some funds for editing, funds for this, that, and the other. So please, please, please donate. Lots of great prizes still lingering.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone is up to grab, so make sure you get in there. Donate, because
Michael Fishman will grace us with his presence on the reality show.
Hopefully. We'll see.
Pressure.
I tried to bribe him with some free hot dogs and hamburgers. I don't know if that would work. Maybe some potato salad.
Right.
I think Katrina just called in and James is screening his call. He's about to get his head bit off. Oh, boy.
Right. James, let us through.
Thank you. Yeah, let me run on down. Let me through.
Mike, you're off, literally.
Yeah.
On the line with us tonight, Katrina Johnson.
My boyfriend.
Yeah. Michael Fishman is here.
Oh, I know when my radio boyfriend is on. I keep tabs on that.
He's phoning you.
I think
I stalk you, but in a not too creepy way.
Why do I feel like whenever we make stalking references, you guys are secretly talking about me now? That freaks me out.
I know, because you're our official stalker, and we love that about you.
Is that how that works?
That's the best trait you have.
Well, I'm a full-on creeper, and I own it proudly. I have no problem admitting that. None.
Right? I think Jeff and I would be too, but we have significant others, so we can't. Or at least we can't talk about it on the air.
Right. Well, we'll see how much of a creeper Katrina is, considering we're going to be sharing a bed together for like 6 nights.
Oh.
You're a very lucky person.
I'm very. Listen. Funny story. Katrina was up over, for Jeffrey's wedding, for Mama's wedding, and there's all these photos floating around on Facebook, and we were a little close in some of those photos. Well, we were
a little close. Your hands were on my tuchus. Both of them. Full force fondle action going on, Mike J.
My mom actually asked me this weekend. I was home because there was a surprise wedding. I'll fill you in on that in just a minute. But my mom actually asked me. She's like, I'm a little nervous. I saw these photos of you and this very good-looking girl floating around on Facebook, and y'all seem a little close. She's like, did something happen? Did you switch sides? I'm like,
well, you want to tell me you're straight?
Right? It's like, well, if anyone could pull it off, it'd be Miss Johnson.
Hey, you know.
Turn a gay man straight. That is faux show.
I've done worse.
You know, I think Mr. Fishy over there could turn a straight man gay. I'm just saying.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely think so.
Equally as talented.
Man, I might have to play bisexual for our picnic that we're going to have.
He's being awful quiet.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't know what to say.
Exactly. Don't be scaring him, Mike.
No, well, look,
since the last time you were on the show.
I was just gonna say we're you know, he always used to say he was always we had him on. We were doing like political stuff and all these like clips and very intelligent. Listen, buddy, we've gone downhill in the past 4 months.
We're in the gutter. We're in the gutter
We
and
can
we
work
like
blue.
it.
There's no problem.
Yeah. I fit in much better now because I can only talk about Mitt Romney so much.
I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Unless he wants to give me a couple of millions, I don't care to say his name.
Yeah, he's loaded. No, but we've gone down the windy road of straight to the gutter, and we kind of like it here.
It's cozy.
Yeah.
Cozy.
I don't know that we've even
like
talked about politics in like months.
Thank goodness.
Right? Yeah.
I don't miss the politics talk. I can't even say
Are
it.
you drinking rum and coke too?
Oh my gosh, no! But I need some to straighten me out. I think.
That's she can talk legitimate English if she has a drink or two. You know.
Absolutely, that's when I flourish.
Right.
Yes, this is true. This is true. Well, you know, so I was telling you guys about this surprise wedding that I went home to over this weekend.
Get to it, please. Do tell.
Yeah, so basically, yes, my mom had a surprise wedding, or re-wedding. It's not the first time she's been married. So, like, I've known about this for a couple of weeks now. She sent me an email, and I knew like her boyfriend was gonna, they were gonna do it. She sent me an email. She's like, I'm going to get married during the family reunion, because every year we have a family reunion on my mom's side, like all freaking 30 of us get together on a Saturday.
That's not a lot.
Cute.
I feel like 500 people show up to my family reunion. It's kind of crazy.
We don't have that kind of space. We don't have that kind of space. So we're all getting together for the family reunion anyway. She wanted to have a surprise wedding ceremony, and no one in my family except for myself and my Aunt Carol knew about it. They were all clueless. So it gets to be like 150.
I know.
But Jeffrey knew. I had to tell him, and I told Amy, and I think I told the
So
girls.
did Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest,
Katrina knew. Your stepmother.
Well,
we all knew that.
Okay,
everybody from the show
kept our big ass mouth shut.
Well, look, we did very well because no one that was actually there at the reunion, other than myself and my Aunt Carol, knew. The rest of the world knew. But the surprise was almost ruined, you guys, because what had happened was my mom said something to my grandfather, and God bless him, he's a little senile. So he called up everyone. He's like, Chris is getting married. Yeah.
No.
Do you think he was out of his mind? They're like, oh, he's just a crazy old man.
Well, yeah, that's how we downplayed it. They ended up downplaying oh, Dad doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know. He's getting confused. Maybe he thinks Bud, that's my mom's boyfriend, is going to propose. So that's what they all thought. We had them all gathered in the side yard.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It was like Bud has to make an announcement. So they're all sitting there, beautiful day, really sunny. It was a little toasty, I'll admit. They're all sitting there in the side yard. So they're expecting that Bud is going to ask my mom to marry him. So then Josh Groban starts playing, and I'm walking my mom down the grass, and they're all like,
they're like, oh, my God.
So I gave my mom away. It was a very nice, beautiful little ceremony. He read something from the guidepost about a picket fence, not stuff beyond the picket fence. It was lovely anyway.
Yay! Well, congratulations to your family and your mom. That's awesome.
It sounds really nice.
I know.
Okay, well, I have a question. Mike's mom and I have a little history. And I was going to get you in trouble and message her on Facebook on, like, Wednesday and be like, congratulations on the wedding.
Uh-oh.
But I opted not to. After seeing the photo, I really want to know what possessed her to wear yellow flowers with red hair. I'm just curious.
I know.
She wanted to look like fire.
Like, was she tapping the bath salts? Like, what the fuck was going on? Like, I just don't understand. Why a bitch with fire engine red hair will wear yellow flowers in her hair? It's ignorant.
Well, I have a question, a very important question.
Yeah.
Since I was not there to accompany you, Mike J., as your date and sleepover mate, who was your date?
You know, I did not have one for this wedding. I went stag.
You learned your lesson from the last one, I see. Very nice.
I'm playing the thing.
It might have been an abomination if you took someone, Mike. I'm just saying.
Yes. Got my single groove on, but I do have my feelers out there for anyone who is interested. I will be in the Los Angeles, California area, August 15th through the 22nd.
That's right.
I've
already taken up a billboard in West Hollywood. You're covered, Mike.
Woo-hoo! I love West Hollywood. We're going to have to go out there and play. That'll be fun.
From Adam to Adam. I posted that up there. So I figure you'll get stuck in some calls the next day or two.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to...
Oh, he's going to get mobbed. Are you kidding?
Because, listen, I picked out this particular house that we're going to film at for a very specific reason. And the one reason being, it has an outdoor shower, okay? Okay.
No.
Yes.
No, you did not, Mike J., you naughty thing.
We're going to bleep that damn thing like every 5 minutes.
Well, I hate to break it to you, Mike J., but I'm going to christen that shower first with a Power Ranger, so...
All right. Listen to her. She's all excited.
So, I appreciate your efforts, but they're going to be spoiled by me first.
If you want married, Fishy.
Or are we shooting the porn? Because we need a camera up the shower.
Well, hey,
can we at least steam it up first? So you can't see exactly all the way inside. You could just kind of imagine.
Listen, we'll get some dry ice.
It's like wide open.
Yeah, we'll get some dry ice. That's the only way you're going to steam that shower up.
Yeah, well, it's too bad my radio boyfriend, Mr. Fishman, is married. Otherwise, I would be harassing him all day long.
This is true.
Yeah.
Not to say that I still don't harass him, but it would be way worse.
Speaking of your radio boyfriend, Fishy.
Yes.
Yes.
Where'd he go? Okay, we gotta know.
I'm here.
Now, what the hell happened with Roseanne's roast? And I saw a little tweet that you said something about Tom Arnold was there. What the fuck?
Please, what happened?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's kind of like every teenager's dream that somebody's going to talk shit to their parents. And you get to sit there and listen.
Yes!
Take it. So it
Oh,
was
my gosh.
It was very surreal. Everybody did an unbelievable job. And then less than 24 hours before, I'd asked him a couple weeks ago, am I saying anything? Am I getting up? No, you just sit in the stand. You're going to enjoy the show. I'm like, okay, good. And about 20 hours before the show started, all of a sudden they had decided that Lacey and I, who played the first Becky, to go up and say something.
Oh, of course.
Oh, thanks for the notice, yeah.
Right.
Well, then they decided they kind of had their ideas about what they wanted us to say. They didn't really want us to roast everybody because they had enough people doing that.
Uh-huh.
Which is the ultimate, like, you're there and you can talk shit and you're missing the opportunity. Are you kidding?
Yeah, bummer. You kind of got gypped on that.
Yeah, I really wanted to talk shit. As nice as I come off, I love to talk shit. So I was really disappointed. But right before we went up, Tom Arnold comes out. And I hadn't seen him or heard that he was going to be on the show, and I think Lacey and I were probably the two most shocked people in the building. And he went up, and I've always had this visual that if they were ever going to bury the hatchet, there would be crime tape involved.
Wow.
Oh boy.
But but it turned out not to be the case. He actually did a really nice job. I have to give Tom a lot of credit. He was very good and very gracious, and at the end he said some really kind things to her, and I don't want to give it all away, but I would watch it just for that. It was amazing. I was blown away. It was not what I expected at all.
Aww. Well, that's really cool. When do we get to see this?
It comes out on the 12th, so next weekend. So it's on next Sunday, I believe it is. And
it's on next Sunday on Comedy Central.
People did not pull any punches. Jane Lynch was fantastic. She did a great job. Seth Green was on there, and although he doesn't do stand-up, he actually did an excellent job as well. Wayne Brady, poor guy who got accused that he wasn't black enough. I'm like, how do you have the pastiest people on the planet, the pastiest people in Hollywood, up there talking about him not being black enough? It's like,
that is really funny.
I'm transparent, basically, and I look tan compared to half the people up there. Most of those people never get outside. It was unbelievable. But she got up and everybody did a real good job. I mean, Gilbert Gottfried is legendary for what he does at Rose. But I have to say, when Roseanne got up, she really outdid herself. And there's a little something special that she does at the end that I was really proud of her for. And it was a great night. Awkward, different, fun.
Well, that sounds awesome, and I can't wait to see it.
I can't wait either. Uh-oh.
Very exciting.
Okay, did anybody show a body part?
Well, there was a lot of cleavage hanging out, but I don't think anybody specifically showed any body parts. I understand that some of Jeff Ross's jokes are going to be maybe cut down or edited, because there was some very public stuff from the news going on. He was dressed like somebody from Penn State.
Oh, no!
Whoops.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my goodness. I'm walking down the red carpet, and I turn around, and there's two, looks like teenage boys in white bath towels and football helmets, and I just...
Yeah, they talked about it on the news this morning, how they were like, a lot of people were shocked that he did that, and, they don't know if it's going to air, the parts that he had, or they'll edit, but it was pretty risque. That is crazy.
Yes,
Wow.
He made some comments about the shooting in Colorado.
No.
Yeah.
He's wild.
He went there, didn't he?
You know what, though? He may be wild, and he may be crude, and he may cause a lot of shit, but he's funny as hell. Anytime I see him, that guy makes me laugh. But I've got that whack sense of humor, too.
Right. I heard that it didn't really go over with the crowd, though. Some people were a little too shocked. What was your perception?
Well, when it comes to things like that, I'm kind of old school, so I feel bad for those people. I don't know. Maybe it was too soon.
Yeah. I think maybe the Sandusky thing would have been hilarious, but the Aurora thing, a lot of people were kind of they didn't like that part.
Yeah. But you know what? And this is a credit to him. You have to take risks in comedy, and he doesn't pull punches. He takes chances that other people don't take, and that's part of the reason why people know him.
Right, and you're right, because a lot of comics, the best comics have offended people at some point or other. But it's that's kind of the line they kind of toe is, it is what it is. So
yeah, if you're not pushing the line from where it is now and trying to cross it, then you're not really doing good stand-up, I don't think.
Right, I agree. I completely agree. So how do you think she felt as far as obviously all the love, I'm sure people roasted her to death, but it was probably, I know she felt loved by everyone being there. How do you think she felt by it all?
She seemed to really enjoy the experience, and I have to say she was really patient. I mean, when you're getting roasted, you're getting blasted from all sides for everything she's pretty much ever done, which is the best part of it, and she was a great sport about it, and she had a great time, and she gave some back. I mean, if people are looking for her to give something back, she did. But she did it in the right way. You know,
Right.
I gotta
cool.
tell you, I'm so proud of her. I mean, her and Tom were the highlights for me. Tom, because I guess I had no vision in my mind of the two of them being in the same place in the same time and nothing bad happening.
Well, she tweeted something about
a messy divorce. Like, that was a pretty, like, woo kind of moment for them. And so it almost came full circle, right?
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it's one of those TV moments people are going to be talking about for a while, I think. And, you know, I think it's one of those things people just have to see.
Wow, I'm tuning in. Like, I literally am, like, watching for no other reason to see those two in a room again.
Well,
I want to see her reaction.
She just tweeted within the last hour that she invited Tom Arnold to roast me. He was afraid, and his publicist insisted he not do it. But after I assured him it would be tame, he came. And then her second tweet was, Tom Arnold and I have a lifetime restraining order from each other, so there's no way he would ever just show up and violate that. I mean, what a relationship. I mean, what a hoot.
Wow.
Well, he did talk about some of her tweets, which I thought was hilarious. I thought it was perfect. And, you know, the way she ended the night was... What was that?
She is a master tweeter.
Oh, man. I just have a hard time following.
Right. It's all over the place sometimes.
She does tweet out. Well, Miss Karen Ashley, you did get a retweet by her, which was so sweet of her to do. She like plugged Michael Fishy coming on the show. Like, you know, so she's such a cool chick, and we love, you know, her son Jake's on the show with us on Saturdays, anybody that didn't know that. You know, Michael, you were on a couple of weeks ago with Jake. How did that go?
Oh, my goodness. Jake tried to have an intervention for me. Jake, in the most supporting and loving way, tried to talk me out of being in this business because he loves me. And it's like one of those almost outside your body experiences where it's like your friend is saying, why are you doing this to yourself? Don't torture yourself. Go a different way. And it's like, no, this is what I want to do. Stop.
Right.
But it was a very candid conversation. It was very interesting, and I don't know, after doing all the stuff last night and then getting blasted on Twitter today by people talking shit, which I think is hilarious. You know, I told him, I go, maybe your intervention was working. Maybe I'm willing to talk about it.
Right. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So if you had to pick a highlight of the night, what do you feel was the highlight of the night, without giving too much away?
Oh, that's a hard question.
I know.
The way Gilbert Gottfried makes fun of Roseanne was classic. Carrie Fisher got up there, and she was one of the roasters, and I don't know if she didn't like what they wrote for her, or she just didn't care, but she just let it all hang out. That was a lot of fun.
Wait, who?
Wow.
Yeah. Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, you know, I mean, there were some really good moments. I have to tell you, knowing that you're going to a room full of comedians, you know that you're probably going to laugh. But on one hand, you know, this is a person that I care about, so some of the jokes may get too personal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there, and all I could do was I was laughing so hard my face hurt. And we were only, you know, one or two people in, and I just hope that it all comes across, because the crowd itself, people were going crazy, because most of the show was sitting in the audience with just normal, everyday people who didn't have a connection to anybody there, and they were dying. You know, they thought it was hilarious. So I hope it carries over well. I hope it gets put together well.
Now, were any of her kids there? Like, did Jake get to roast her, or brain fart? Any of the other girls?
You know, it's funny. I don't think they had intended. I'll save you here. Jenny or Brandy or any of them.
Jenny, thank you.
You're welcome. I don't think that the initial thing was to just have the comedians do it. So last minute, they kind of added Lisi and I. I mean, Jake was in the audience with his wife, Alicia. And her other son Buck was there, but the girls all had to work when they were in Hawaii.
Oh. So how did it go with her kids and Tom Arnold? Did they speak at all? Did you see anything? Did Jake throw a glass at his face?
No. Jake was really well behaved. The funny thing is when Jake comes to these things, people don't initially know exactly who he is, or they recognize him from the reality show. And it's funny because he walks around and his wife's really pretty, so that everybody walks up to him and assumes he's an executive of some kind.
That's hilarious.
I know you
that
like
lovable,
that.
bald-headed bastard.
They see this guy and they go up and they start trying to pitch him projects, and then they ask him, who he works with, and he talks about, Jake always loves to throw himself under the bus, and he talks about being Roseanne's son, and they're like, oh, I'll be right back. I gotta go over here and do this thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Jake
poor
and I hung out
Jake.
together mostly. No, not poor Jake. Jake has a great time. I mean, and it was a perfect event. I don't know what the reaction would have been because Tom never came out to the audience. He came backstage, so sitting in the audience, we didn't know he was there.
Oh, you're a secret.
Yeah,
He was a
so about
surprise guest.
mid-show, all of a sudden they decided, from what I understand, they didn't know if he was going to show up until literally like after the show had started taping.
Wow.
And so,
that is crazy.
I love it.
and for Lacey and I, we got our script for a 7:30 show. We got our script at maybe right around 7 o'clock, 7:20.
Wow.
For finishing walking the red carpet.
Welcome to
Crazy.
Hollywood.
No pressure.
It's all last minute, all changes and crazy stuff. These guys, it's going to be like that, guys, when we start shooting. Like I told them, I was like, we're going to start shooting, and then something happens. Something unexpected will happen, and we're just going to have to roll with it.
Yeah.
That's how it always is. You just write it. You write it the way it goes, and we came out to say certain things, and we did and didn't, and you kind of had to work things to get back on track, and you meander and you stick with it, and I think that's the part people don't get is like I probably would have said something about the Penn State or the Aurora, Colorado thing, but I was asked not to say anything about it.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
they were that sensitive to that issue.
Well,
yet they're roasting Roseanne. That's interesting.
Yeah, so I mean,
I think that if she's in the room, that basically means you can say whatever you want because she always does.
Yeah, I probably should have. I should have hammered a few people, but
but you were being nice. You were being
Now,
nice.
I was.
Did anybody, especially Roseanne, say anything about Chick-fil-A?
Yes, there were Chick-fil-A jokes. There were lots of gay jokes. There were lots of low dad jokes.
Woo! Now we're talking.
There were
Tell
lots
me more.
We're talking rehab jokes. There was a lot of alcohol jokes. There was jokes about Ellen Barkin was on the show because Sharon Stone couldn't make it. And Ellen Barkin was going to be there. Yeah, and it was really interesting because she did a pretty good job, but there were a lot of jokes about her dating younger men, which were interesting. So, people didn't really pull too many punches. It was fun to watch. It was fun to be a part of. It was definitely something I wish we could do again.
That's awesome.
Well, I think she's such a legend that they should probably do a part 2.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, and really have all of her TV kids and TV husband and TV sister and the whole TV family come on and really roast the shit out of her because you all really know what went on behind the scenes. It could really do some damage.
That would be a riot.
Well, that's what I said. I said, hey, I know things other people don't know. I have things I can say, and they're like, oh no, we're good. We have comedians. I'm like, no, you don't understand.
Right.
You're like, but I got the real deal.
Right. This ain't no rose. This is real life.
The funny thing is, though, over the years, I've been so close to her going on almost 25 years now that I think for a lot of people they don't realize we really haven't had a gap in our relationship. So as much as we tease each other or sometimes give each other a hard time, we've never really had a break. So she's been a part of basically my whole life, and I've been a part of the last 25 years of hers. So
wow.
There's a lot of things to tease each other about.
Yeah, that's huge. You should do your own roast.
I know. Maybe we'll have to try to set it up. We'll beg her to call into Jake's show or our show, and we'll get you guys, and you guys can roast her on the radio.
I don't think we're roasting her on Jake's show.
I know she's got a problem with his show.
And she has no problem talking about her problems with his show.
Not at all. Oh, man.
She's one of those people, she hasn't pulled a lot of punches, and it was kind of nice because nobody pulled any punches with her, and she took it and gave back. It was perfect.
That is perfect.
I
It's good when they're a good
that.
sport, but it's like you have no choice. You have to be a good sport.
I don't know, though. Sometimes you watch those roasts, and people look like, if the camera wasn't on, I'm going to come over there and take, a few people who look at some of the people like, if they had the chance, they might take them out.
I expected Charlie Sheen's roast to be a lot worse.
Yeah,
I was a little disappointed in that one.
Yeah, I expected a lot more craziness on that roast. I don't know if people were comfortable enough to really go after him all the way.
Yeah, I think they just went with the obvious. Which
I don't know. I have to say, though, out of all of the roasts they've had, which I've watched them all, this one I'm most excited for. And maybe it's because by that 3 degrees of separation and Roseanne has cussed me out, I just can't wait to hear it.
That's fresh.
Well, she's been known to speak her mind.
Yeah, let's see. She's told me to shut up a few times now.
Which you deserved.
Yes.
But I love her. Like, I don't care. It's Roseanne. She could tell me to go to hell. I don't care.
That's awesome.
You'd be honored to be cussed out by her.
Yeah. That's what I love. There are, so many people in Jeffrey's life that he will let, Roseanne can cuss him out. LL Cool J can punch him in the face. It's hilarious. There's some things he just has a high tolerance for.
Someone can't remember what he said to him before they did it.
That's true. That's true. Someone
Does he have a relationship with LL Cool J?
Wait, what?
Is there a relationship there with LL Cool J?
Oh, okay. No, here's the deal.
So one-way love relationship.
Okay. So here's the thing.
LL Cool J.
So I don't know. We were talking about one day, who's our biggest celebrity crush or some shit, and I was like LL Cool J, and we were, I think, inappropriately, I made a comment because that's how I do, that I would even let him punch me in the face and I'd still stay with him. He's just, he could beat me and I'd be like, it's okay, baby, you ain't gonna do it again, right? And he'd say no, and I'd be like, I'm scared. I don't care. He could punch me in the face. He could do whatever the hell. I will be there.
Well, speaking of crazy comments, Jeffrey, you brought to my attention that apparently a post that I posted in our Unscripted Radio Facebook group has caught some traction.
Uh-oh. What'd you do, Mike J?
All right, bring it on.
All right, well, I'm interested to hear your take on this, Fishman. Well, I follow a lot of radio stations up here in the Boston, Rhode Island area, and WAAF rocks. They're out of Boston, Mass. They posted a picture on their page, and I reshared it, of two guys dressed up in yellow sort of Big Bird chicken-looking outfits, and the quotations on it says, I was born this way, don't eat Chick-fil-A. Well, on our little Unscripted Radio Facebook page, this thing has gotten damn near close to 70 comments. And some people were scrapping back and forth. I'm not even quite for certain about what. I hope to God it's not almost 70 comments about two.
I know. Ask me, pick me.
Well,
because
Mama has tracked this. Fill us in.
Okay, so basically, I like a good scrap. So I saw this, and I had to join in. Because here's the thing.
Of course
what
you did.
Happened,
right.
What happened? So there was a few of our listeners in there, and they were like, this is bullshit. You can't get mad at them. Like, this isn't about rights. This is just about your sex. That it's a lie. It's like saying the earth is flat. Somebody said both sides are wrong. Just let it go and get on with life.
Can I say something? How is
if
we're talking about somebody's sex, how is that not somebody's rights? Do people not realize what people had to fight for 200 years?
Yeah.
The gender issues, like, that's not somebody's right? Like,
Well, and this is one of the guys that people don't have to support your sex lives. This is not a hate issue. This is pointless and a mental issue, which that kind of set everybody off. And then the guy said again, he said, I never confuse a sex act with a race of people. It's not the same thing, and this has nothing to do with rights. No one is banned from eating there. And then he also said homosexuals don't expect the whole world to accept them. It's a sex act, not a race of people. That's why mental health is needed. So, I kind of think this guy's an idiot, to be really honest, in my opinion. Hey, welcome, whatever. Your comments are welcome, of course, but that doesn't mean I don't think you're an idiot. I'm not going to call you out on the radio. Just saying.
You're welcome to be an idiot.
That's right.
Now, have you guys talked about the chicken-filla issue or whatever?
Yeah, and I love their chicken. But like Howard Stern said, the shit'll fucking kill you. And Roseanne pretty much said the same thing. So it's kind of, like, I don't want to know what your beliefs are. Like, McDonald doesn't say it. Wendy's didn't say it. And Howard Stern's like, well, I'll go eat at, what's the other place? KFC. He's like, because they don't tell me who they care about what people doing in their bedroom. Like, this is not your fucking place. You're a corporation. You're a business. I don't need to know your beliefs. Like, shut up and just make your food.
Oh, dear. We got action.
I wanted to just bust this in there because we actually have Luke on the line from Australia, and I'm sure this call is costing him a small fortune. So, Luke, you're on the air. Say your business.
Yeah. Hey, Luke, what's up?
How are you?
We're good. How are you? How's it going?
Yeah, good. I'm not sure if there's a big delay every time I speak, so I'll just keep talking.
Okay.
That works.
Yeah, I got really pissed off with what he was saying because for me it's just so ignorant to say that people have a mental health issue because they're gay, and he just wouldn't budge on it. And then, I don't know, I kind of felt like an idiot in the end for even engaging with him because what's the point? I lowered myself just to speak with him.
Well, you're probably trying to do him a favor. You're trying to enlighten him, educate him, maybe shed some light on the subject. It's not your fault that someone else is ignorant.
Yeah, but I don't know. And that's why I called him out then. I was like, well, why do you listen to this show? I mean, 2 of the hosts are gay. How often do gay topics come up? Like, how, I don't know. For me, it just seemed ridiculous.
Right. I think, Luke, one of the comments I think you made on the Facebook page, I absolutely loved it. Someone was like, don't bring the show into this. And then you were like, have you listened to the show for the past 2 months? It's been all about a gay wedding. Hello. That comment, cracked me up.
Oh, my God. When Ian, most of my comments were not at Ian at all, though. And every time he'd say, please don't fight, friends, I felt absolutely horrible when he said that he was special needs. But
here's the thing. I don't care if you're special needs. Don't open your fucking mouth about shit you have no business talking about. You threw that in there because he was losing the conversation. Here's the thing. That's the problem, is that he was losing his battle in the conversation. So So he pulled that card out to try to save his own ass, which just makes him a coward in my opinion. Just saying. Like, don't fucking fall back on your shortcomings, buddy. Like, I'm not going to be like, well, I'm gay, so it sucks to be me. Like, everybody hates me because I'm gay, and I can't eat a Chick-fil-A. Bullshit. Get your shit together, and if you have a fucking feeling, you need to back it up and stand your ground, and don't just cower behind an excuse. Like, I don't want to hear it. Like, okay, you have special needs. I'm gay. Mike's gay. You know, there's people all over the world that got problems. But don't start an argument you can't finish.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Now, Luke,
I agree.
I know this call is probably costing you a small fortune. I just got to, before I make a comment, how old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay, all right. Then I'm good.
I always drop off years, so yeah, I am 29.
Okay, because I got to admit, I've been creeping on your Facebook page a little bit, and buddy, you're very good looking.
Stalker!
You're very attractive. I just wanted to say that. You know, I enjoy.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're going to have to back over because James is interested too.
Oh, really? I think my boyfriend's listening to the show. I think my boyfriend's listening to the show from home.
Oh, well,
Hi, Luke's boyfriend. Hi, we're trying to pimp out your man.
Yeah. Listen, nothing's going to happen from like 5,000 miles away.
But that thread was crazy, though. It was quite entertaining. Even my sister got involved. That was the girl with the dog that's into bestiality, apparently.
Oh, my.
Like, it was...
Wow, come on.
No, that's what the dude said. He was like, enjoy bestiality.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I'm just like, what the hell? Like, why would you... Because she's only a young girl. Like, I thought that was what lots of young girls did lately, is like dress their doggy up and whatever. I was like, who would leap to that conclusion?
That's ridiculous. Come on. That's awful.
I'm just saying, like, there's a big difference between supporting something and eating at a hate group. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, we're lucky here. We don't have Chick-fil-A. We just have KFC.
Well, I hate to break this to you, baby. Their chicken sandwich, though, is really good. I ain't gonna lie to nobody.
Yeah, well, I saw like the guy from RuPaul's Drag Race, Willem, did like a song like "Eat at Chick-fil-A," and I was like, wow, it must be really good if they're really going to go that far.
We'll have to get someone to mail you a sandwich. Maybe when we're in LA, we'll get to Chick-fil-A and we'll get you a sandwich, and somehow we'll mail it to you. But I don't know how we'll keep it fresh. That could be a problem.
You might
it's okay. It's it might hurt him if it's fresh or not. You never know. You know.
That's true.
The crap that's ingested into chicken these days. Oof.
I know. Who knows? It could still be fresh.
Waffle fries? What are waffle fries?
What?
Waffle fries.
Waffle fries.
Yeah, stop it. After this reality show tapes, we need to do a Indiegogo campaign to get Luke to America so this bitch can have a waffle fry. Like, we got problems.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they're like little, I don't even know how you describe them. They're like crisscross. They're the things that I'm thinking of. It's like a little like square, and they're crisscross. So it's like a patchwork thing. And then sometimes what you do is they're served with like bacon bits and melted cheese and like chives and sour cream. It's really good.
So they're chips and gravy, hey? They're chips and gravy.
Yeah, sure. I think.
They're very thick chips.
Yeah, very thick. Yes, very thick.
Yeah, I think I've got an idea. I'll Google it. I'll Google waffle fries.
With little holes in the middle.
They're very tasty.
Is there like an ice plane or something we could send them a bag, you know, by the Oneidas or what? Isn't it Oneida? No, Idaho Potatoes. They do the waffle fries. Let's send this bitch a bag.
Yeah, we'll get some dry ice. Maybe that'll do it. But well, Luke, thank you so much for calling in, and thank you so much for listening to the show all the way in Australia. I mean, come on, that's crazy.
We're a morning show there, right, Luke?
Yeah, it's like 11, it's 11:45 now, so I go to work this afternoon at 2.
It's fantastic. We're like on time with the View here. I feel like we're in competition with the View. Off my live stream is complete.
You're crazy.
Oh, gosh. Well, thank you, guys, and I'll be sure to call in more often from now on.
Absolutely.
And be sure to donate at Indiegogo. Facebook.com/unscripted.
I've donated like 3 times.
Thank you, Luke. Well, for everybody else that's listening, you can go to www.indiegogo.com/unscripted reality and donate. You can donate as little as $5. You can do $25. You can get a signed autographed photo from all of us. You can be in the reality show.
Or you can be a big baller like Luke and keep donating because he loves it.
Yes, absolutely. Good times. All right. Thank you, Luke.
See you later, guys.
Oh, I love that. I wanted to talk
Michael.
to him for so long. Yes.
Oh, just because he has an accent and he's gay doesn't mean he's going to be with you, bitch. And he said he got a boyfriend, so down, dog. Down.
All right. I'm backing away.
All right, so Fishman, what do you think about all this craziness?
You know, I think that the guy who lives in America has the right to say whatever stupid things he wants. I have a right never to give him my money again. And, you know, I won't be giving him my money again. I do think when the mayors come out and say that the businesses aren't welcome in the city, there are issues there that are repressive to people's rights. You know, you have the right to open your business, and I have the right to open a competitor and run you out of town. I would much rather see somebody else open another place and run them out than somebody to say they can't open it, and not because I agree with them, because I absolutely don't. That's why they'll never get another dollar of mine. Actually, I don't know that I've ever eaten there. My family used to, but they won't be giving them money either. And it's one of those things for me where I don't want any kind of government under any circumstances unless they start discriminating against feeding people because of any kind of ethnicity, orientation, or any other thing, or if they can prove that hiring-wise they refuse people. Then it's an absolute slam dunk case, and every one of them should be closed. Is the way I would look at it.
That is probably the best statement I've heard yet.
Amen.
You know, I it's funny to me only because the thing that bothers me is if I live in a city and my mayor comes out and says a business isn't welcome, the problem with that is if I get a Nazi as my mayor, then maybe Jews aren't welcome in that city. Or if I get a racist pig, then nobody of any ethnicity is welcome in that city to open a business. And I just don't like that. I'm all for people boycotting. I think that we don't use that power that we have as the customer enough. I will tell you, I was shocked by all the people who showed up there as a show of support. I thought that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You know, that to me it struck me like, okay, I'm with the people who don't like the other people. Oh, good to know. Nice to know you're a bigot. Thanks. Keep going. Keep on moving. Do I know you? No. Oh, you. I know you. My kids will never be near you again. Good to know. Very nice.
Well, I find it very funny. You know, it seems to be there's a lot of people in this country, and it's not just about gay rights or, you know, anything like that, just across the board, that are very ignorant, and they're proud of it. That's the part that scares me. It's like you're proud that you're ignorant, and somebody can't be different from you. Like, that's kind of scary, that there is so much of it still to this day. It's a little worrisome to me.
It is. It's really scary. But again, it goes back to your background and your upbringing, because if you ask me, you have two choices on this. Either we all came from one place, if you're religious, and we came from one group, and we're all related, or we all came out of a pond together as small single-celled organisms, grew, and then climbed out of the water, and again, we all came from the same damn place. So I can't really figure out why people hate each other for perceived, you know, appearance or, you know, minute differences. I just don't get that part. But again, I think, like you said, that's an ignorance. And you're never going to be able to get rid of the people who are deathly afraid of anything different. You know, unfortunately, they have to live their whole life like that. You know, they're going to go through their whole life not meeting, you know, the show we're doing right now is a perfect example. I would say all of us are very different, but different in a fun way. If you're missing out on all of us because we're different in some way, shape, or form from whoever else is listening, okay, you can limit your life like that, but you're the one who is going to have less.
Right.
I guess
That's
for me,
true.
I have 2 kids. My response is I turn to everybody and say, please, teach your kids different. You know, if you're one of those people who actually understands what's going on, turn around to your kids and say, you see that? Because the people standing in front of Chick-fil-A or whatever are going to look exactly like the people from the pictures from the Civil
whatever. That was
everyone.
awesome. Thanks for saying that.
something, yeah.
So, they're going to look like all of those old civil rights pictures that you see in your history books. Those people are going to be in a history book one day, and hopefully my kids are going to be looking at it going, yeah, those were some dumb, ignorant motherfuckers who didn't get it.
So, Vicky, I have to tell you right at this moment, I love you. And if you were gay, not married, and I wasn't married, I'd be all over you, bitch.
Well, I appreciate that. But
You'd have to back off because I staked claim first. Sorry.
Yeah, Katrina got
I said if he wasn't married, if he was gay, and I wasn't married. But okay, Fishman, we got a question from the chat room. Are you up for it?
I'm up for anything. People want to call. People want anything.
All right. Well, it's from your favorite. It's from Brody.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he has a question
Did he
about.
call?
He did, but we missed it because we just weren't at that point yet, so I felt kind of bad. But he sent them to me in the chat room. He actually has 2. The one that I thought was the most interesting was, as you expressed via Twitter, you weren't particularly fond of my video roast of Roseanne. So, Michael, as a professional insult comic, what advice could you give me on how to improve my roast?
Don't use the same joke multiple times. So if you talk about, like he talked about Tom Arnold and Tom Arnold having sex with Roseanne, you only need to tell that joke once, maybe twice if it kills, but chances are tell a joke once and then move on to the next one. Otherwise it looks like you don't have any other material.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're going to attack somebody, you better be strong and you better be willing to cross some lines, and you better have all your shit ready to just roll and unload. And you're going to have to, can't pick one part. You know, if I was going to make fun of, you know, I'm going to pick on me, right? You're going to roast me. You better start at the top or the bottom and work your way all the way through everything you can think of. Don't just get sidetracked on one aspect of somebody's shittiness. You gotta spread it around.
Right. That's true.
Sounds good to me. I don't ever want you to hear my stand-up. You'll chew me to shreds.
No, you're probably fantastic. I would love to come here.
Come to dinner on the
Brody?
reality show. You'll get a taste.
Brody says thank you.
Oh, he can taste something. Oops,
Oh, God.
sorry, married, my bad.
Oh, Miss Johnson.
Homewrecker.
I apologized for it. I said my bad.
She's perfectly fine. What is she going to do?
I
to
have been very behaved thus far.
This is true.
No wonder you've been so quiet.
I know. It's not easy.
I thought the
Fishy.
whole point was that you were not censoring anymore.
Pardon?
Yeah, what do you got?
You missed it. She came to New York for my wedding, and
Yes.
my mother is in love with this bitch. And she just put in the chat room, Katrina, you're great. Like, my mother wants her to be her daughter-in-law. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, it's a little twisted. I think
I'm madly in love with Jeffrey's mom. I want to be a part of the family. Very bad. Desperately. And seeking adoption.
My opinion about that is make it happen.
Yeah,
happen.
I'm working on it.
Her and baby Emmett.
Oh, Lord.
That's right. Who has gone MIA, FYI.
Really?
I'll work on that.
The mountain man must be lost in the mountains. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it happens.
Maybe he got eaten by a bear.
Oh.
No, I think I would have got a text.
I mean, well, he survived a cougar attack just fine, so I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, I said it.
Oh, Fishman, you've missed so much.
No.
Yeah, you should have come to the wedding. It was very, very entertaining because when I drink and I don't like someone, everybody knows. I mean, if I don't like somebody, everybody already knows it, but if I'm drinking, then everybody knows that I don't like someone. It happens.
Okay. Yeah, she's a
okay
little rough.
I speak the truth. I don't hold back.
Fishman, if you get to come and you get to make a new cameo in the little reality show we got going, just here's a little tip. Bring some fruit roll-ups.
Ooh.
No, you will not be safe if you wear any sort of spandex or you bring fruit snacks, you will not be safe. Don't do it.
I have all kinds of strange, dirty thoughts about what one could do with a fruit roll-up. That's not a good thing.
And I have executed some.
Or even some fruit by the foot, just saying.
Yeah.
Well, lucky for me, I'm safe because I don't wear a lot of spandex, so I would imagine that won't be a big problem for me.
Well, but see, the beautiful thing about fruit roll-ups and fruit by the foot is that they are a makeshift spandex outfit. And therefore is the danger. That's why you'd be in danger.
Oh, my. So, Fishy, what else you got going on? You got anything upcoming that we should know about? What's happening?
Well, I signed to do 2 little short kind of indie films, small parts, and they're kind of waiting on funding. So the dates keep changing, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. So that part will be good because I'll be working as an actor, and then I got 2 scripts I'm working on and another one I'm trying to sell. And then I've been going out and, doing the Humpty dance like every other actor and going to auditions.
Oh, I want to see that dance. I bet you look good doing that dance.
Yeah, is there any shirtless
the Humpty
points
dance,
in these
here's
movies?
your pants, do the hump. Oh, sorry. What?
I was asking him if he's going to be shirtless in these movies.
Oh, yes, please answer.
Not.
Very important. That's unacceptable then. I mean, we'll still watch it because we love you, but...
No, you have to be one of the main people to get shirtless usually, or get killed in a slasher flick.
Oh, so are you saying you're open to show a little baby fish?
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Baby
fish.
Yeah.
Can we see your minnow?
Oh my God.
Welcome to the new Unscripted Radio.
It's fresh.
Sounds
we
like
are
fun.
your guilty pleasure.
That usually is not something I would show first time out. I want people to come back. You got to leave them something to wonder about.
I love it.
That was a great answer because it's not a no, it's a not yet, and I'm okay with that. I like a challenge.
That's fantastic.
Katrina,
but what if you had an incredible role like Harvey Keitel on the piano?
Like I said, it has to be the right circumstance.
I mean, you could win an Oscar. I'm sure that minnow of yours is an award winner. I'm just saying.
Well.
That one I better not say anything about.
Oh, I love it.
But I'm not bashful. I'm not overly bashful. We'll put it that way.
Excellent. We're gonna play a game where we run through the sprinklers.
Our case in this house. I'm just saying. We're gonna go with some squirt guns and we're gonna case the joint.
I
don't think you guys can keep up.
Maybe not, but we'll die trying.
Look, if I can, I'm sure it's hell gonna find a car that can. But you know I'm a big bitch. I don't run, I'll drive. But, Fishy, we got to thank you so much for coming on and giving us a scoop on Roseanne's Road.
It just flew by. What happened?
I know.
It's
over with.
Well, we're going to have to do it again soon.
Well, we are coming to your part of town, and so we have to hang out. It's definitely happening. You might want to bring a bodyguard.
Wait a minute. Every time you say that, every time, and then I see these tweets and things, and you're in town, and I don't hear a damn thing.
Okay, well, what happened was I am usually only in town for 36 hours, and I'm booked for 40 of those 36. But we are making it happen. You are coming to dinner, and you will need a bodyguard to protect you from Mike J.
And you, come on now.
And I would like to therefore be that guard to guard your body.
Listen, all I ask is that we just try out the outdoor shower. That's all. That's all.
I'm staying out of the shower.
On that note, thanks, kids. This has been another fabulous episode of
I think we gotta go. Yeah.
Make sure you go over to unscriptedradio.com and www.indiegogo.com/unscripted reality and donate today, kids. And send Michael Fishman some love.
Yeah, he was such a good sport. We love you, Fishman.
Miss Johnston and Mama, stay near your phones. Miss Ashley would like me to freeway you after we are off air.
Yes,
Miss Ashley would like to three-way. That just didn't sound right.
Well, you know.
Okay, Fishman, you want a four-way?
Yeah.
Wow. Poor Fishman.
At this point, we're going to be at a five-way.
Now we're talking.
Now we're getting greedy, folks.
Getting greedy. Good night.
Make sure you follow Fishman on Twitter, One Can Is Fish.
And take a little time to enjoy the radio.
Your guiltiest pleasure.
Too creepy? Too creepy?